Hello, everybody. I hope you are great and have a good time. I chose to sit on the other side of the table today to sit in a little bit of a sunlight and have a more. It's just nice to be in the sun, right? I want to just shortly talk about perception and judgment and the difference between it, because I have sometimes I feel like come across being judgmental when I actually wanted to tell my perception of things, and of course that was not my intentions. So I have digged a little bit deeper on what is it exactly and how can I change it, of course. And perception sorry, perception is what you sense of a situation. So how your senses, or what also I believe what you are relying on from your past, your experience with life. So everything you gather from that situation and what you perceive from the situation. And I find it very important to know when you sit in a situation that you're perceiving things from another person, being in alignment with them about how you actually are perceiving them, and listen to how they perceive themselves today. I know my sister, one of my sisters had, sometimes she feels really judged when people come up to her and say, "Oh, you look tired. You must be so tired." And she's like, "No, actually I had a great day." Until that point where someone come up to me and say, "Oh, you look so tired. Are you tired? That must be awful." And she's like, "No, I was not tired. I was actually having a really good time." So in that moment she feels judged because somebody else had looked at her, perceived maybe she looked tired, concluded that she was tired, and gone over and told her that she was tired. So when we are in a situation where we perceive something, a good idea is just to ask, "How are you?" And question the person around what you're perceiving and not concluding, because sometimes it's not the truth, or it's not the truth for that person. And then judgment, being judgmental is when you make a decision on something. And judgment, you need that. If you need to take a decision on what to buy down in the vegetable shop, you need to sense what do you feel like to eat from the vegetable shop. You need to take that information in and take a conclusion. Otherwise you will never decide on vegetables in your vegetable shop. It can be bigger, it can be jobs, it can be partners, it can be all kind of things. We need to take decisions, but we need to also use our judgment. But in a conversation we need to be a lot more gentle with how we're using it. We need to, if we're perceiving something, we need to ask is this the truth also for the other person? And maybe not using the words, maybe just listening to how are they today. Maybe they're having a blast, maybe they're not tired at all. And it can also be, I have also experienced it with my arthritis, that someone has come up to me and said, "Hey, arthritis is a lifestyle disease and it can be cured." It's like, well, do you have arthritis? Because it's not that easy to cure arthritis. And I'm dealing with it every day and have done that for 8 years. And I have really tried a lot of things. And it goes up and down. It's not like I'm just going to be out of it. I can come down in my symptoms and they can be low. I can manage my symptoms. So it's not like I can just be cured. And that's a judgment from the outside. And with that judgment, when I get those, I feel like they're saying you're not doing it well enough. I know in the bottom of my heart that doesn't mean that. I know they come from a place of saying, I believe that you can do it, but that's not what they actually are saying to me. So perceiving things, when you perceive or you have a conclusion, be aware of how the other people are experiencing things and ask into it. Is what you perceive in the world the same as they are perceiving? Before you can together with them make a conclusion. So if you're in a conversation, listen to them, and then in congruence with other people, make the conclusion in the conversation together. So you unite the judgment that you have, not putting your conclusion, your morality, or how you are experienced just over on the other person. It's not always that's a good idea. Do it with care. So that was what I had about perception and judgmental. I hope you have a great day and take good care.